Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Okay, so you ever get that feeling at work, like you're just constantly putting out fires?
Oh, yeah.
Swimming upstream against this tide of tasks?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're trying to focus on the stuff that actually moves the needle.
Right.
But there's all these like little repetitive things that keep pulling you back.
Totally.
If that sounds familiar, then you are in the right place.
Yeah.
Because today we are diving deep into how integrating AI into your daily work can be a total game changer.
Yeah, absolutely.
By taking over those kind of routine tasks and making your workflows, well, actually flow.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. We've pulled together a really interesting collection of sources for this deep dive, all really focused on practical ways that you can use AI to work smarter, not harder. And, think of it as us doing the heavy lifting, reading through all of it.
Yeah.
So you get those actionable insights. You understand the really powerful tools that are out there.
Right.
Without having to spend hours reading through all this stuff yourself.
Exactly. Our mission today is to cut through the hype, get to the real, tangible benefits. We want you to walk away from this deep dive understanding how AI can actually really, truly change your workday for the better.
For sure.
And you do not need to be a tech whiz to make it happen.
Not at all.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. When we talk about AI coming into our work lives, what are the fundamental advantages we're looking at here?
Well, I think at its core, it's about getting your most valuable asset back.
Okay.
Your time.
Time.
The sources we've looked at again and again, they emphasize AI's ability to really take over those repetitive tasks.
Yes.
The ones that just drain your energy, right? And frankly, they don't require a whole lot of thought. We're talking about things like entering data, scheduling meetings, and there's a specific tool here called Xembly,
Okay.
which is mentioned for its ability to take over all that scheduling stuff. Even that just endless task of managing your email inbox, that can be significantly lightened with some AI assistance.
The thought of an AI actually sifting through and prioritizing my emails,
Oh, yeah.
that alone is like game-changing.
Yeah.
But how does automating these little things actually impact the bigger picture of my work?
Right. Yeah, so it's not just about ticking those tasks off a list.
All right.
It's about the domino effect on your entire workflow. You free up that mental bandwidth, those chunks of time, and suddenly AI is really able to boost how efficiently you operate.
I see.
It can help optimize how you manage your projects, how teams are collaborating, potentially smoothing out those frustrating roadblocks that we all experience.
Yes.
And, accelerating your project timelines. Imagine. Less time on process, more time on the actual substance of your work.
So less time waiting for the gears to turn, basically.
Exactly.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
What other key benefits jumped out at you from the research?
Accuracy. That's a big one. Automated tools, when set up correctly, are far less likely to make the kind of routine errors that, we as humans, we can just make. They creep in with ML processes.
Right.
This leads to greater consistency in your data and ultimately a higher quality of work overall. You think about the hours people spend double-checking spreadsheets for mistakes. AI can just dramatically reduce that need.
Right. Those little errors can snowball into big problems later on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So the overarching theme here is about AI freeing up our cognitive energy.
Absolutely.
And our actual working hours for the tasks that really need that unique human skill. Judgment.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay.
It's about focusing on what we do best.
So we get the why.
Right.
Let's talk about the how.
Yeah, let's get practical.
Sources mention a wide array of AI tools. So let's start with communication and writing. Grammarly was a name that kept coming up.
Oh, yeah.
What's the key takeaway there?
Well, Grammarly is like an AI-powered editor that works in real time. Catching those basic grammar and spelling mistakes, we all make them.
Of course.
But it goes beyond that. It offers suggestions to improve your writing style, clarity, and even tone.
Wow.
And what's particularly useful is that it integrates across so many platforms. So your browser, your desktop applications, even your phone. So no matter where you're writing, you have this AI co-pilot.
That's great.
Making sure that your communication is always polished, professional, allowing you to focus more on the message itself rather than getting bogged down in those grammatical details.
Yeah, no more embarrassing typos.
Exactly.
No matter how many times you proofread.
Exactly.
Now, how about managing projects and keeping everything organized? There were quite a few tools that came up in that category.
Oh, yeah. For project management, Trello, with its Butler AI, is a great example. Butler can automate a lot of that routine board maintenance. So things like suggesting due dates based on activity patterns, automatically updating task statuses, it handles those repetitive administrative tasks that just eat up your time.
Yeah.
So you can spend more time on those more strategic, important aspects of the project. It's like having a virtual assistant.
So like a little AI project manager right there in Trello.
Exactly. Then you have Asana AI Studio, which takes it a step further, automating more complex project-related tasks. Things like automatically generating meeting summaries. Think of the time saved not having to take notes, compile all of that.
Wow. Yeah.
It can also predict potential roadblocks in your timeline.
Really?
Even suggest follow-up actions to keep everything moving forward efficiently. So it takes you from just the overhead of managing a project to being really proactive.
Meeting summaries generated automatically. That sounds like it could free up a significant chunk of everyone's week.
Yeah.
Any other project management tools worth mentioning?
Yeah, there's ClickUp, which has its own integrated AI features designed to suggest relevant tasks based on your current workflow. Automate certain processes within the platform. It can even give you estimations on project completion times.
Wow.
Then there's allwork.space, which is presented as a platform that's specifically focused on managing remote teams by bringing together task management and communication into one integrated environment.
I see.
And finally, Notion AI. Integrated within Notion, it can help you summarize those really long notes, draft content, really enhance your productivity within that Notion ecosystem that you might already be familiar with.
It's interesting how AI is kind of being woven into the platforms we're already using.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it a lot less intimidating.
Absolutely.
To think about actually adopting it. What about keeping meetings on track and productive?
Yeah.
Because honestly, some meetings could have just been an email.
You're telling me Otter.ai is a really interesting one here. Its core function is providing real-time transcription of your meetings.
Okay.
So instead of having to juggle listening, contributing, and taking notes, you can fully engage in the conversation. Otter.ai is capturing everything that's being said. You can be more present, more focused.
I would be much less stressed about missing key details if I knew that was happening.
For sure.
Are there other tools focused on that kind of meeting productivity?
Yeah. Tactic is another valuable one here. It uses AI to support meetings, but it goes a step beyond just transcription.
Okay.
Providing summaries of the key discussion points, even identifying those action items that come out of the conversation.
Oh, nice.
So everyone leaves the meeting knowing what was decided and what needs to happen next. Less chance of misunderstanding.
Fewer forgotten tasks. I like it. All right, let's move on to content creation. This feels like an area where AI is just rapidly evolving.
Oh, yeah?
Jasper and ChatGPT were both highlighted in our sources. What does they do?
So, Jasper is built as an AI-powered content creation assistant, specifically designed to help you generate a wide variety of written content, from articles to social media posts to even marketing copy. It can be particularly helpful if you're just facing a blank page.
Writer's block.
Yeah, or you need to come up with ideas quickly. ChatGPT, on the other hand, it's more of a versatile general-purpose AI.
Okay.
It can also generate text, but its capabilities go beyond that. Answering questions, drafting emails, brainstorming ideas, even helping structure complex reports.
So Jasper's the specialist.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
Like a copywriter.
Yes.
And ChatGPT is more like a really capable research and writing assistant.
That's a great way to put it. And of course, we can't forget about Deli, which focuses on the visual side of things.
Right.
It's an AI tool that can generate original images from text descriptions. So you can create visuals for presentations, social media, blog posts. You don't even need extensive design skills for that.
That's pretty amazing. Going from a text prompt to a visual.
I know, it's wild, right?
Now, one of the benefits we discussed earlier is automating repetitive tasks.
Yeah.
What AI-powered tools are designed specifically for that?
Right. Well, UiPath is a leader in the field of robotic process automation.
Okay, RPA.
Exactly. So imagine giving your computer the ability to do those repetitive clicks, data entries, interactions across different applications, just like a human would, but way faster without those errors.
Wow.
That's what UiPath allows you to do. Set up these automated sequences for those routine digital tasks.
So like little software robots doing the boring stuff.
Precisely. And then you have Zapier, which is all about connecting different online applications.
Okay.
automating those workflows between them. And you don't even need to know how to code to do it.
That's great.
You can create these automated sequences called zaps, which can do things like automatically saving email attachments to a cloud folder, adding new leads from a form to your CRM, or sending out those personalized follow-up messages. All of this is triggered automatically. You don't have to do anything. It connects thousands of apps,
Really?
making it incredibly versatile.
That sounds incredibly powerful.
It is.
Taking those tiny but time-consuming steps out of your day.
Yeah.
Bardeen was also mentioned. What does that one do?
So Bardeen focuses on automating tasks that you do within your web browser. So if you spend a lot of time, extracting data from websites, generating reports from online tools, managing various web-based workflows, then Bardeen can help automate those specific processes.
That makes sense. Okay, how about workplace support and HR? Are there AI solutions for that?
Absolutely. MoveWorks is a really fascinating example in workplace support. It uses AI to automatically address those internal support requests we all have. Whether it's an IT issue like a password reset or an HR question like benefits, the goal is to provide those immediate solutions.
I see.
Without the need for intervention from a support team, leading to faster resolution times, happier employees.
Streamlined internal processes. What about specific HR functions?
Bamboo HR. They focus on automating those core HR processes, onboarding new employees, managing all those HR documents. By automating these tasks, it frees up HR professionals to dedicate their time and energy to more strategic initiatives.
Okay.
Things like talent development and employee engagement, rather than just being stuck doing paperwork all day.
So freeing up HR to focus on the human element.
Exactly.
Even finance is leveraging AI, right? Workday Adaptive Planning was one that was highlighted.
That's right. Workday Adaptive Planning incorporates AI and machine learning to enhance financial planning and analysis.
Okay.
So it can provide predictive insights based on your data, assist with more accurate forecasting, and offer real-time reporting.
So you can make smarter decisions.
Precisely.
All right. We've explored a huge range of AI tools across all these aspects of work.
It's pretty amazing, right?
Just having access to these tools isn't a guarantee of success.
Right.
What are some fundamental principles to actually integrate AI effectively into our daily routines?
Well, the first and really crucial step is to define your objectives. So, take a close look at your own workflow. What are the tasks or processes that are really time-consuming, prone to errors, or just, drain your energy?
Yeah.
By pinpointing those pain points, you can then choose the AI solutions that address those challenges that you are facing. Don't adopt AI just because it's trendy.
Right. So not just chasing the latest shiny tool, but actually thinking about what would really be helpful.
Exactly. And the sources really recommend starting small. Don't try and do a complete AI overhaul overnight. Begin by piloting some simple automations with one tool within a specific process. This allows you to build your confidence.
Right.
Learn from the experience. Refine your approach gradually before you go all in.
So dip your toes in the water before jumping in the deep end.
Exactly.
Incremental changes, always easier to manage. What's another key principle for successful AI adoption?
I think continuous learning is absolutely essential here.
Okay.
The field is evolving so rapidly. New tools, features, best practices are constantly emerging. So you have to stay curious, keep up with industry updates, maybe participate in relevant training webinars or engage with online communities.
Yeah.
Learn from others' experiences. Stay informed.
So it's not like a one-time setup, it's an ongoing thing.
It is.
Always learning, adapting as the technology changes.
Exactly.
And finally, did the sources say anything about monitoring the performance of your AI integrations?
They did. And they emphasized that you need to establish metrics to track your progress. So things like how much time have you saved? What's the reduction in errors? Overall improvement in your productivity. This data will tell you what's working well, where you might need to make adjustments, maybe explore some different AI solutions.
Right.
It's treating your AI implementation as an ongoing process.
It's not set it and forget it. You need to actually check in and make sure it's doing what you need it to do.
Yeah.
Okay, now, beyond all these practical tips and tools, did our sources offer any broader, maybe more unexpected perspectives on this whole, AI integration thing?
They did, and some of them were really interesting, I thought.
Okay.
There was a quote from @Rob Grundell, who described AI agents as being seen more and more as co-pilots
Okay.
rather than outright replacements.
Interesting.
So the focus shifts from, worrying about job displacement to thinking about how we can collaborate. AI handling that 90% of work that's not the core human element of your job, those repetitive tasks.
Those time-consuming things.
So that we can focus on that strategic thinking.
So it's a partnership.
Yeah, I think that's a really helpful way to look at it.
Yeah.
And then there's this other idea from Nabelco, who suggested that if a task or a job is legible enough, that means it can be broken down into data, into rules.
Right.
AI companies are going to find a way to automate it eventually. So that kind of highlights the increasing power of AI in those data-driven, rule-based jobs.
It's a bit sobering, but also a good reminder to be focusing on those uniquely human skills.
Absolutely. And finally, there is this quote from Etsama that really emphasized the potential for a productivity boost when you actually eliminate those tedious, repetitive tasks from your day.
Right.
The idea is by freeing up your time, your mental energy, you can achieve those higher levels of productivity, focus on more meaningful contributions.
It's not just about, working faster.
No.
It's about working differently.
Exactly.
These perspectives are really interesting. They kind of add another dimension to it.
Yeah, for sure. It's about recognizing that AI isn't just about automating tasks. It's reshaping our relationship with work.
Absolutely.
Ultimately freeing us up to focus on that higher level thinking, the creativity, those uniquely human aspects of what we do.
So to sum it all up, the core message from this deep dive is that thoughtfully, strategically integrating AI into your work can really lead to huge gains in your productivity.
Absolutely.
Give you back that precious time.
Yeah, to focus on what matters.
The key takeaways: start with clear goals. Experiment with those simple automations. And commit to continuously learning and adapting as AI continues to evolve.
Couldn't agree more.
And on that note, here's a final thought. Think about that 10% of your work that can't be easily automated. What skills, creativity, and ingenuity can you cultivate, can you amplify, thanks to AI handling the more routine parts of your day?
Right.
Find just one task this week that you could explore automating with one of these tools we talked about. You might be surprised at the impact it has.
You really might.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
See you then.
Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.